What's up, everybody? It's your boy Showtime Doctor. I'm back. I'm here to give you the Epic 7 starting out guide. So this is going to be your guide for, when you've installed the game. We got to go over that too a bit, because some people actually can't, and I'll try to help you guys out as much as I can, but I can't help every problem. But this is going to be your guide for that, and eventually when you get to the rolling process, the re-rolling process. And spoiler alert, re-rolling process is built into the game. These guys did something amazing that hopefully more games will follow suit with, but we'll get to that later. So the number one thing you need to know, and I'm going to put a link to the note, a link to it in the title notes. You need to go get QOAP, QOOAPP, and now you can't get it on Google Play or anything. You have to actually go and find the APK. I'll put a link to it and put it on whatever you're going to use to play the game. Now, as far as I know, the only two ways people have gotten this to work, and there's specialized cases, but you either have to have an Android device, so like your phone or tablet or whatever, or you need to go get Nox, the emulator program for your computer. Those are the only two ways I've seen it work. If anyone else has any ways that they've gotten to work, please share it below, especially if you can get the Apple users in on it, because I know they're kind of left out. But basically, you go download the QOAP, you install it, you run it, and it allows you to download foreign games. So in this case, this game's in Korean, as you can see. So you're going to have to go, just search Epic 7. It's pretty straightforward, just like you're on Google Play. Just put Epic 7 in the search bar, it'll come up, install. And you can also use it to update the program, because you're not going to be able to update the program through regular Google Play until the global version comes out. Global version, by the way, guys, is probably sometime in December. That just says Q4, so you know what that usually means. Always a chance of it getting delayed, but that's the way it is. And then that's all you do, and then you install this, and you might have to disable root. Root, I guess I could show you guys. I don't know if you guys will see it. No, you can't. Okay, so in Android, I'll give you the instructions. There's a gear near the top right portion of the program. Hit the gear, and you'll see something that says root. It's like right on the first screen. Just disable it. Root startup, and then you can run stuff from foreign lands other than United States or Europe or wherever you're at. Unless you happen to be Korean, then you already know what's going on. And that's how you install the game, guys. Now, for some people, it's still not going to work. Beyond that, I don't know what to do. I've tried to help people, but I'm not an expert at this stuff. So that's the basic guide on how to do things. Now, when you get in, got like a little Red Riding Hood thing. But it's your typical stuff, summon rate, etc. So, I'll explain this screen later, but I want to explain what you are going to be doing when you get into the game the first time. Now, it's going to go through the tutorial. You just go ahead and click, whatever it says. Click, and eventually you'll start getting into combat. So, to simulate a combat mode for you guys, I'll go ahead and go out into the world. Because my account's locked right now, so I can't just start a new account. Let's pick something straightforward. We'll go ahead and hit 2. And then what's going to happen is once you start out, and I'll explain all these screens to you guys later in other videos and stuff. But essentially, this is just the screen you use. Set up your party, get to the battle. You got different party members. You can come over here and heal with the raindrops if they're low, if it's like one of those dungeons that has 3 or 4 parts, etc. This is your energy, this is your total energy. Stuff you can get as rewards, stuff you're going to be fighting, the quest conditions up here, and then this is your party's total party rating. But you won't have to deal with that. Now when you're starting out, you're going to get in battles. So in battles, you're going to be wandering around like this, like going forward usually. Pay attention to the backgrounds, because in the background sometimes there's chests, there's little springs that give you power-ups or heals. Alright, so right now I'm going to break down, because you are going to be dealing with the combat screen, so I'm going to break down the combat screen for you. Now number 1, encounter 1 of 3 right here. Honestly, no idea what the hell that is. this is the turn order, so it goes down, so you can see the characters. You can just hold it and click on it there. 100% means it's your turn. And there are things that like delay turns, etc. So if you do certain things, you can knock 15% off a certain person's turn, etc. So, tag, that is, you can take a friend character and you can tag them in. So that's a pretty cool feature, actually. I haven't actually messed with it too much. And also, sometimes when you're down here, there'll be like a healing potion. You can heal whatever character. I think it's 10%. So that's pretty cool. This bar in the middle, this is this character. That's her element. That's the type of character. In this case, she's an archer. Not sure what the 2626 is, but I think that means that... actually, I shouldn't guess on that. I don't know. But so this bar in the middle, it's a bar where you're building up a gauge. Every time you use something, or even when you get hit, I think, you're building up a gauge. Actually, so you guys can... That's for later. Alright, I'll put myself up here and pretend like I'm the Sphinx. Anyway, so bar in the middle, it builds up as you attack. I'll demonstrate right now. And then eventually when it fills, you see these little dots here, you get a burn. It's like a soul burn. And they will augment abilities. And usually it's just one ability per character. But basically they'll add like either extra functions, like extra hits, chance to stun, a bigger heal if it's a healing effect, etc. It does stuff like that, so it's really good to pay attention to. Now, over here, these are your 1 skill, your 2 skill, and your 3 skill. If you're from basically any game like Knights Chronicle, you're familiar with the system already. Your 1 is your auto, it's always up no matter what, well, unless you're stunned or whatever. Your 2, it has a cooldown, and your 3 has a longer cooldown, but your 3 is generally going to be your ultimate. And just to show you guys some of the beautiful... well, we won't go into it right now. I'll just go through this combat phase. Now, in this case, for this character, her 2 is actually a passive. You can't actually do anything with it. Her 2 basically makes it so that she lifesteals. I believe that's part of it. And yeah, I think it's just the lifesteal, because she has a rage bar or 2. I'll show you what the rage bar, if this guy survives. Okay, so... this bar right underneath her, you see how it's green? That's your life. The red underneath is like a rage bar, so once it gets to certain points, she actually unlocks her ultimate for that character. It doesn't work the same for all characters, but that's the way it works for her. And the higher that the bar is, the more damage that she's doing passively. So, and in this case, this is my healer. But we don't need heals right now, so... throw out a little bit of damage. And then gear tier level, it works... gray is your basic gear, green, blue, purple. Your highest gear is red, but there are tiers of gear, so there will be tier 1, tier 2, tier 3, etc. the farther you go into the game. So you can have like a red tier 2, but it might not be as good as, let's say, blue tier 4, etc. If you get my gist on that one. So, and there's an auto feature up here, but usually you're not going to unlock that for a little bit. Yeah, go ahead, start. Throw our AoE out here. Animations in this game are really beautiful, by the way. And then I'll get into which characters will be good. I'll also be linking a tier list. I believe there's a newer tier list, but this is one I got translated, and the newer tier list isn't that different from the old tier list right now, so... And I can still tell you which are the absolute best characters. Alright, so you see this thing here? We got that soul charge I was saying, so we got the burn now. If I wanted to, I can hit burn. And then what her ulti does, it basically, she buffs herself. And the next one that she does, which is her arrow strike, has a chance to put up 3 poison dots, and poison's really powerful in this game. But in this case, we're not going to do it. Some characters also, they require like 2 burn charges to do their skills. Yeah. But I'm going to save that for the boss. She just leveled. It is possible to level in the middle of combat for the characters. And we're about to get to the boss right now. So your tutorial is going to basically go like that. So I'll go show you this burn. Buff herself. Now when you're fighting a boss in this game, another thing. I should stuff. So you see this is the boss at the top here. This is the boss's life and all the effects they have. I'm not gonna be able to tell you exactly what all those are, but I'm pretty sure it's like, you know, extra armor or whatever the hell. So usually what you want to do, if you kill the boss, you don't have to worry about the minions. The minions all die with the boss. So very rarely do you want to pay attention to the minions. And especially early in the game, you just want to focus the boss, so don't even pay attention to the minions. You see, that's her ulti right here. I think she's coming up at her tank. Yeah, she just put up some damage shields. That's a whatever. But so this girl, the way that she works, her 1 has a chance to put up 2 bleeds, a dot obviously. Her 2, I think it has a slightly higher chance to put up 2 bleeds, but if you get her burned, she can cast her 2, and these are all single target by the way. She can cast her 2, and then go take another turn. So that's her burn, but it requires, I think, 2 burn things. It might be 1, I forget, but... And then her 3, she has a passive where she does, I forget what's called, real damage, but it's basically ignoring armor damage. So, like, she's basically almost Cynthia for you guys that play Knight's Chronicle. These 2 are actually 2 of the characters that are worth rolling for, but we'll get into that later. So right now I'm just going to do this. Getting attacked by the Nutcracker Sweet Mice here. Throw to heal. Alright, so you saw me charge up her poison earlier. You see that? See that up here? 3 poison stacks. Watch how hard that takes when her turn comes back, because she's tanky, right? So watch. Oh, that's another thing I should say. So there is a chance that people will follow up certain attacks, which means anyone in your party can do their 1 on top of whatever you're doing. Not every attack can be followed, but it does happen, and there are relics in the game that amp that as well. We'll get into relics later. Just keep focusing. Actually, I should have ultied there. Because she does more damage with her ult, the more dots are up. Yeah, well, just for the hell of it, we'll put up the damage shield. So your healers, the way your healers work in this game, the more attack damage they have, the better they heal, the higher that their damage shields are. That's how that works. By the way, this girl as well, the archer, she is only a 3-star, but she's one of the most effective characters in the game simply because of the poison she can throw up. So if you happen to get her in your initial rolls, really awesome. The only thing I'm really missing, because that's the basic healer I'm using right there. But other than that, I got a good team. So right here, if you would have satisfied all the star conditions, but we've already done this stage, you would get the crystal currency. Now at this screen, this is your post-battle screen. It'll give you an MVP. This is all the stuff that you got. And then over here, if you want to click this brown thing, it's your damage meters. So the blue's the damage. The brown is how much damage the character took. The green is the healing. And to be perfectly honest, I think those are just breakdowns of all the other tabs. So this is the all tab. So there you go. And you can complete. Now, this screen right here, what this is saying, this will take you, this middle button will take you straight to the lobby. This is your stamina, like I said before, the chess piece thing. This is, do you want to run the stage again? Which in some cases you will for like farming stages. And then this is go back to the map on the left side here. And if you go forward, if it's a natural progression, it'll take you to the next stage. That's how that works. And then once again, this is the friend select screen. You know, over that. But in this case, I don't actually want to go there. So that's what you do. So the way that the beginning of the game works, they're going to take you through a lot of tutorials, which I'll be telling you guys. Let me move back. I'll be telling you guys specifically what each individual screen means. I don't know everything about this game. I don't pretend to, because there's always going to be the language barrier here for me. But I can give you enough to play the game, get started, experience it for yourself, if you're willing to. Now, if you're waiting for global, then you're waiting for global. But I appreciate your support watching this far anyways. So, what's going to happen is you're going to roll through, let me show you on the map. stages 1-1 through 110. It should be about a 20 to 30 minute process. This is how big the world is, by the way, and there are hidden points to the world too, like the S stuff, that's secrets. It's basically like side story missions that you have to satisfy certain conditions to figure out in some of the maze maps, which are mostly in cities. But anyways, so this is 1-1. You're gonna keep going until you get to 110. Once you've done 110 and you've beaten it, what's going to happen is they are going to send you, like you're going to go back to the lobby. They're going to send you to the summon screen. The summon screen is right here. And I actually have a free summon I haven't done. I also got, oh, I didn't get the currency. The summon currency is this right here. Oh, this star thing. I honestly don't know what that is. I want to say that's like friend points, but I'm not sure. Oh yeah, there's some. Well, I'll check that later. But so you get a free summon every day. It takes 5 to summon. I've only seen multi-summons for the initial... Oh god, I guess I should explain it. So when you get back to the lobby, there's going to be this glowing thing in the right portion of the screen. And it's going to... You click on it, it's going to take you to this screen. And you're going to pull 30 times 10 different things on the banner. Now, when you pull in this game... Let me see if I can find the rates. I don't know what that is. There we go. Okay, so when you pull in this, you are pulling for 2 different things, and they're all in the same banner. So on the, I believe it is the left side, is the characters. Ah, damn. Okay, so on the left side is the characters, so you have basically like a 47% chance to pull a character versus a relic. I'll get into relics later. 5-star characters, that's the highest you can pull, that's the rate. 4-star, etc. And then I guess those are all different character names. So, what you want to do, starting off, you want to pull a 5-star character. Now, in these 10 pulls, you're going to get 30 10 pulls, and like I said, you could pull them all. And you can see what you got, and you can decide right there, do you want to keep it or do you want to not keep it? If you want to keep it, I believe it is the blue button. I'd have to go look, but I remember on the righter portion of the screen is if you want to discard, it's going to say something like 1 of 30, and then you click it. And then it's going to say, okay, now you're doing your second roll of 30, third roll, etc. And the other button's going to be, do you want to keep this roll? That's how that's going to work. Now, you want to pull a 5-star hero, but there are going to be relics too. You can only pull 1 5-star pull per 10 pull on this initial pull. Let me get off this screen. So... the way that the starring up system works, let me actually show you a summon. I'm probably not going to get a 5 or 4-star, but yeah, summon. Oh, also, you want to pull on this top banner. Otherwise, I think you're not in control of the 30 pulls, but when you get this currency, you always want to pull on the top banner. This is the basic banner down here. The top banner is going to be your event banner with better rates. As you can see... yeah, 1.25 versus... oh, this went down. Anyways. Alright, so let's do a pull here and I'll demonstrate what happens. Oh, my bad. I already did my free pull. It hasn't reset yet. It resets in about... okay, I'm done. Well, I guess we could try this. Wait, what's it? Oh, this is the free pull. Okay, right here. Dork. So normally you want to pull on that, but the free pull, I think they default you to the regular banner. So you're going to pull, and what's going to happen is this book comes up. So when you're doing your 10 pull, you're going to want to click, usually, because that's going to skip all the 3-star pulls. Click on the book, I mean, right, once it's pulling. Not right here, but click again when it's starting to turn the pages. If it starts to, like, glow really brightly, and nothing else happens, that means it's a 4-star. You got either a 4-star relic or a 4-star character. If it glows really brightly and you see one of those floating kids float in, if they float in from the left side of the screen, it's a relic and it's a 5-star. If they float in from the right side of the screen, it's a 5-star and a character. You want them to float in from the right side of the screen, obviously. So here's what it looks like. Show you guys. I'm not gonna click on it because it's only one pool. And this is your basic 3-star pool. Now, if it was all glowy and stuff, like I said, 4-star. If a kid comes out the side, the floating kid's 5-star. So this character, I believe she is one of the basic healers. So the way that the skill breakdowns work, I know you guys can't read that. That's their name. That's whatever they do. That's their element. That's their cast or class type. Not sure what that is. This is their passive. So normally the passives are like 10% bonus to gathering, 10% bonus to, or 10% passive real damage, that type of thing, right? And then this is their first skill, their second skill, their third skill. Now, granted, I have a couple people that translate things for me, or I can go look up on the tier list and get like the translations of how good they are, what their skills are, etc. Now, if you had more summons, you could hit this, but in this case I don't, since that was my free summon, so I'm gonna hit back. Yeah. So basically, that's gonna happen 30 times. You'll get 30 10 pulls, rather. So basically, you're gonna have 300 summons. And hopefully, within those 30 rolls, you get who you want. Now, right now, I am going to go over the best characters that I know about. That doesn't mean that these are the only characters to pull for. Also, one thing to know before you look at the tier list, I'll pull up the tier list right now. You cannot get a dark character, and you cannot get a light character. You can only get those. It's like this really complicated process, but the easiest way to say it is once you clear 10-10, the stage 10-10, then you can get them. But there's a whole process beyond that, so don't even worry if you're looking at the tier list and you see like, oh, I want this light character, this dark character. Too bad. You can't get them. And it's too bad because they're the most powerful characters in the game. So this is the tier list. Now I'll explain the basics of the tier list. Thank you to Rikku, by the way, Jucifer and Twitch for translating all this. Also, Riku's translating stuff on the tab, and we have a couple other translators, so the Discord, my Discord's in the tab too. If you guys want to come in and you decide to play this, you want to get stuff translated. Now, the way that this tier list works, this is going to be the character, this is going to be the rank. This is going to be the rank depending on content, so you see 3 different ranks there. Adventure is your PvE, boss fight, you know, it's like a world boss, and arena. They all have different rankings, and it will give you a description as to why they are good. And then recommended sets and artifacts. I could get into that later. You can draw artifacts too on these banners. It's on the same banners. So here are the characters that I know are really good. And I'm sure there will be more. And please feel free to share, guys. Lars, this is your starter character. I'm not saying he's super good, but this game is designed according to the devs to be beaten with 3-star characters. So, you know, you don't necessarily need the amazing characters, but man, dude, some of the 5-stars in this game are really amazing. So, let me find Ravi. You've seen Ravi if you were watching this video earlier. That's the girl I'm using. So the thing that makes her so good, single target attack survivability. I could actually explain her since I have her. Her passive is that she life leeches. So she's fairly tanky, and she's sucking life back all the time when she's attacking. Her burn is, I believe it takes 2 burns, but basically it makes her 1 hit harder, and it also steals a lot more life when she's hitting harder. Her 2 is her passive, I believe that's the lifesteal portion, and then once again, when she rages up, I think if she gets over 50 rage, it's a bar of 100. She enables her ultimate. Her ultimate is AoE damage that has a high chance to stun all the characters in it, even bosses from what I've seen. Although I'm sure there are some that are immune. And it's just a really awesome ultimate ability, so... And these are the things they're telling you to gear for, so attack and life leech, or attack is for life leech rather, and then crit damage. That should be self-explanatory. So I know she's really good. She's one of the big 3. She used to be much better, but they nerfed her because she was basically like soloing entire teams in PvP. So, anyways, and then Secret here. I recently got Secret. I got her yesterday. I'm still building her up, but from what I was told, She is the best single target damage in the game. She has real damage. It's a portion. I believe it's like 10% to start. And there might be some additional modifier to it, but from what I remember, real damage is basically ignore armor in this game. She puts bleeds up with her 1, and she can proc additional turns with her 2 if you burn it, and then also puts bleeds up as well. And then on her 3 is ulti that does more damage based on how many debuffs are on the target. So can hit super hard. Best single target damage in the game. She's not one of the big 3, but she's still really good. So, and when I say big 3, those are the 3 characters I'm saying that most people reroll for. Now any of these other characters, if they're good or not, I'm not sure. I haven't seen most of them. But okay, so 2. Show you who I know is good and who I know is big 3. Says, okay. Says is apparently, according to Dark Razith, who I was watching his stream the other day, is the most broken character in the game at the moment. Reason why Says is broken, you see this here, carry entire continent. They're not kidding about that. Basically, if this guy kills one person, he procs additional damage, like AoE damage. And pretty much if you get his damage high enough, he can wipe the whole party just by killing one guy in PvP. That's why you see him with a S+ rating in PvP, and in PvE, he has an OP rating. OP means broken. Like super amazing, crazy broken. So if you want a DPS, that's your guy right there, if you want Says. Now, those are the set recommendations for him, etc. And I'm going to leave notes, or excuse me, links to this tier list as well, guys. But yeah, this guy's super broken. So if you want damage, this is the guy you're rerolling for right here. And hopefully you'll get him like a good 4-star relic or 5-star relic with your follow-up rolls after the 30. Now, did I miss anything about him? I don't think so. Alright, so... oh, actually, there's a couple. I forget which one it is. Dude, let me think. I think it's Angelica. I'm pretty sure. It might be a Katis. Well, anyways. One of those healers got buffed, and I'm sorry, guys, I don't remember which one it is, because they're very similar. I'm looking at the 4-star healers right here. One of these healers got buffed. It might be Angelica, no. His Dispel's really good. It's probably her. So, 4-star healer, very good for everything, and when I say buffed, I mean she got buffed since this tier list came out. But it's one of these. I don't know, I'll try to clarify it before. In fact, you know what? Let me go ask in the Discord. 4-star healer got buffed to be as good as this. Again, what's her name? Yeah, Riku's typing right now, so he'll answer. Stop typing. Well, I'm sure we'll get to it. Alright, so, if you want healing for your party right off, and like I said, supports are usually worth their weight in gold in these games, Destina is the #1 thing you're rolling for. She is the goddess of healing. She is the only 5-star healer in the game. She dispels. Dispel's really huge, like getting rid of poisons, etc. And she heals. She just basically heals a whole lot. You want to get her speed and her HP up, or her HP and her defense. Super amazing healer. So you can have. I'll go over the set bonuses in the equipment video. So, okay, Rikku just told me it's Akatis, so my bad, I was wrong. Akatis is the healer that got buffed to 4-star, so if you get her in your roll, and you get like real lucky and you get Zez or someone else strong, keep that, because I still have the basic healer, and that's one of the things that's holding me back, but if you can get her, or you can get Destina, or likewise, whatever, those are both the 2 top healers in the game right now. So... And then these are some archers. A common character to get, I showed you, is that poison archer right here, this Curus. She is OP because of the poison. See how it says poisons here? Infinite poison, OP. Poison on world boss is apparently super powerful, so... you can buff your chances to put your debuffs up, and it's just crazy stupid relics and stuff, so... Really good character right here, and... So if you happen to have her along with whatever you got, consider her one of your DPSs, because she's super strong almost no matter what you do. Now you'll see up here, these other archers have higher ratings, and I'm sure probably overall they do more damage and stuff because they're higher tier, but you can get her to 6-star, and she's still really good, at least for the boss, so that's the way it goes. But those are some of the characters I know, guys. Now, you guys that play this game, I know there's some Koreans that have taken to watching my YouTube and the stream. Feel free to share some characters that work for you guys. So. But like I said, if you weren't paying attention, top 3 for sure, Zez. And then Destina, or Akates, if you happen to get her. She's basically like the knockoff version that's almost as good, but not quite as good. But still super, like, one of the best things in the game. And then Ravi, even though she got nerfed, she's still got this like hybrid tank DPS basically for you. So those are the characters, and alright, we'll get back to the game, right? And so once you've started and you got your characters that you want to select, you're ready to roll, man. Just what I suggest doing from that point on, keep clearing the world. You're going to be unlocking more of these things. I'll give you a quick explanation. I'll do a more in-touch video of everything, what everything means in a separate video. But from the lobby here, you know, you can click here and get your character information and what guild you're in, etc. By the way, we do have a Mania guild, so I believe it has 30 spots. So if anyone wants to join, you're going to play. That's cool. This right here, it'll take you to a passive farming thing along with some other stuff. Like you can farm up crystals, you can farm up gold, and you can farm up XP. XP in this game is penguins. You can make penguins with this currency. Oh, it's not up here. There's another currency that kind of looks like a leaf. You can go take that there. This, I honestly have no idea what the hell that is. This opens up a sub-menu. All these things like go to websites and stuff. One of them is useful, but I'll show that in the video. This right here, the little scale thing, it's like a shop. I can't translate. I think it's like the pay-to-win shop, because you can see the prices here. I don't know if there is actually something in here like you can buy normally. I'm gonna actually have to get that one translated, but that's the shop window. Over here, this is your character screen. So this first tab, it is your basic character formation. You know, you plus people in, you can cycle them around, etc. So, but you want, whatever you do, you want your strongest character to be your leader. And this is your team power. You can build multiple teams, etc. Now, this tab right here, this is going to be your character screen. And like I said, I'll do more in-depth stuff in all these tabs later. But you know, equip them with gear. These are upgrade things. These are the abilities. You can power up the abilities. There's your basic levels. This slot right here is your relic. That's the other thing that you get off the tickets. That's what that does. And then, to be perfectly honest, I don't think I know what these are up to. Oh, this might actually be skill up. Not gonna mess with it till I know. And yeah, I don't know what that is either. We'll get to that. So this right here, this is your summoning tab. Little egg thing. Self-explain. This tab right here, it's your achievements tab. So basically, there's going to be things you do in the game, and it unlocks different rewards. So just come over here and collect the rewards. Fairly simple. Different currencies. What have you. And I'll do a separate video going over what all the currencies mean. Oh, but a quick explanation of what's up here. This is PvP chances. Your PvP is right here. Actually, no, my bad, it's right here. Coliseum thing. This is your stamina, max stamina. This is your gold. These are your crystals. Mail. That's like a menu that opens up a bunch of different sub-menus of all the other stuff. I don't know what this is, to be honest. Look. Oh, apparently it's your inventory. Okay. Cool. And then this is your guild tab. Guild's actually pretty cool. You get your own big-ass King Arthur table right now. Yeah, I don't know what that was about, but I guess it was a bonus. I'm trying to see, because it says... It's giving me 2 notifications here, but I don't know what that is. And also, I don't know who these people are, so if you're one of these people, let me know. Because I'm not letting people in the guild randomly. But eventually we'll figure out the guild menu and how to upgrade everything. Got your guild menu. Like I said, this is your arena. Do arena in a separate video as well. But pretty much arena, you want to do at least your 5 a day, and there'll be like little NPC challenges that pop up. So you want to do that. Now this cross swords thing, that is your farming. That is like the growth dungeons. So this right here, this is farming up different elements currency for their purple stars. Purple stars are basically stat passive boosts. For those of you that play KC, you know how that works already. In this game, you actually have to farm up these crystals for the certain elements. So this one's dark. I was dumb and started farming, even though I can't get dark characters. Fire, water, etc. And then this is like a pit thing, so it's a challenge per floor. The deeper you go, the more rewards you get. Pretty awesome. This is like an armor. You can come and fight over armor. And they will either drop the mats or they will drop the armor themselves the farther you go in. Fairly difficult for me right now, actually. And then this is like an exploration. So you see that 20%, it's like... What I don't understand is, you only get 1 charge of this a day. And you can have up to 3. But like, I've explored out this map, it says 100%, but it's still telling me I've only done 20%, so I got some type of like, lost in translation thing I'm gonna have to solve. But anyways, that's what that screen does, and if you want to get out to the world, you just hit the 7 in the... Oh, you guys probably can't. Good. But yeah, the 7 in the lower right corner is basically get you out to the world map. Okay, right there. This was the farming dungeons, and this is the arena there. Sorry, I forgot I was covering it. So, and then your other basic explanations for what's going on in this screen. Anyone sitting at this table over here, they're a character you can get, but you got to satisfy quests. So in this case, and there's a couple you can see over here on the right, but in this case I had to kill 200 monsters. I have to give her a gift, which I still don't know how to do, and I forgot what this other one was. And then she's got her own thing that I'm apparently doing somehow. I don't even know how. But so eventually, once you satisfy all these conditions, the character will just join you. And then this is your main party at the table. You can click on them individually if you want to do things. Don't know exactly what everything does, but it's like equipment screen, etc. You can click on the guy at the bar. I guess I can't. Sometimes he has a shop. And then these are your banner things. But like I said, we'll get fully more into the screen, guys. But this was your starter guide for Epic 7, playing it on the Korean server right now. And then come time for global, you know, you'll be ready to hit the ground running. You'll know which characters are good. And I will be here to give guides for you guys as well, and playthrough tips, experiences, etc. So I'm streaming this game about once or twice a week now. I stream KC once or twice a week, and same thing with Tales of Aaron. So those are my 3 games I'm stuck on for now. And it's already taken up so much of my time. But Anyways, yeah, I think that's pretty much. I'm trying to think if I forgot anything. Like I said, there's links to everything. And if you got any questions, leave them below. If you like the video, like the content, please subscribe. And I'm Showtime Doctor. You can find me on Twitch, Showtimedr. This is my YouTube. We also have a link to our Discord. You can come in. We got Epic 7 tab that's pretty active. Knights Chronicle tab. Tales of Aaron tab. All those are pretty active right now. So, and yeah, guys. So I'll be making more videos, and I will catch you guys later on. Peace out.